James Miller says, Sean, you're really going to go for every single DNC talking point? Twitter? Really? Why don't you go deactivate your account right now? Show people how strong that virtue is. Just don't come back to it 6 days after you said you were done like Mick Foley just did. First of all, I don't know or care what the DNC's take on Twitter is. Just because Elon Musk appears to be a conservative, it doesn't mean it's a party attack to say that a check mark is supposed to be verification. That's all I fucking said, was that a check mark is supposed to be verification. You take that away, you lose the authentication of
You
a
take that
media
away-
source, a person's name.
You take that away, and then all of a sudden, everybody's getting free insulin.
Exactly. Right. Now, you see, let's see. Okay, well, Mick is gone again, I guess. But so I don't know what he's talking about there. But no, I'll leave my check mark alone. I'm not going to pay for it. But no one's caring whether I'm authenticated or not with my paltry amount of.
So I said, if
viewers.
somebody else can come along and get and use Kevin Nash and get 1 million followers, God bless them.
But what starts to happen is if they put out kooky messages and they buy that check mark there, it's going to seem like they're coming from you. And as an individual, you may not care, but
number one, nobody is more of a fucking assassin of punctuation than me. So that alone,
your authentication is the poor grammar.
Exactly. My poor grammar, misspelling, using the word the wrong there
adjective.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got a conundrum of just absolute horse shit that you've got to master before you can, and it's good luck, good luck, because half the time people don't know if I'm being sarcastic or actually,
Yeah, but I mean, if it says CBS News, there should be some way to authenticate that it's an actual source. That's all. I listen. If the Democratic National Committee said that, they're right. Okay, I don't take my cues from them. I voted on both sides of the.
I didn't realize there was a Democratic Nash. I thought they were just kind of winging it.
It seems they have been lately, but
official.
So so.
How many, okay, so if I don't have to be a super sleuth to see 12.7 and go, okay, that's the real one. And anything that comes in your line, you're not going to be following them. So there's no reason for that to come in your timeline.
But when you do a search and you'll have 10 names now and you'll have 10 check marks, you got to click to see how many followers are each. Listen, Elon, I'm all down with capitalism. Sell something else. Sell something else. There's 1 million add-ons you could have to the service.
Well, my thing is this, okay? So I watched when Elon was on Rogan, and he was talking about these chips that they were going to be planting in people's brains that would restore people's vision if they were blind, restore hearing, and also to the point where they would restore, it's like somebody who was a quadriplegic would be able to walk, and then in time actually walk better than like a normal person. So to me, it's just like, if somebody actually, the fact that you can take a one of the booster of a rocket that they used to fucking have to go and dig out of the ocean, and this guy is reusing it, and he's landing it on a pickleball court. It's just like, the problem is he's too smart for such a stupid. Twitter's just, I mean, he's too smart.
His efforts are more sophisticated than Twitter calls for.
Yeah, it's just,
I get that.
Yeah, it's like, and people are like, So I watched I watched the, let me think who it was. I wanna think it was CNN, like, in the middle of the afternoon, and they were saying how that this it was gonna bankrupt and this and that, and how everybody, like, that he's fired everyone, and, like, the people that came like, he, like, hired 2 people and they left, and at the same time, it's just, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, "Alright, so while all this goes on," it's like the metaverse, you know? It's like these people that actually bought real estate in the metaverse,
Mhm.
you know? It's those same cats. It's just like,
Just the NFT crowd?
yeah, it's the NFT crowd, it's the Bitcoin crowd, it's that's great. That's if you're into that, I'm not saying, I'm not saying anything bad about you. All I know is when inflation dropped 0.3%, the Dow went up 1,200 points. I didn't see anything Twitter did that upset any of the financial markets. I didn't see and this is my whole thing. Thank God. Thank God that the Republicans are going to take the House, because finally we can get fucking $2 gasoline again.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I mean, we're getting the best of everything.
Mhm.
We're gonna have no inflation. They'll knock the inflation down. I mean, I think that like just Trump's that strong showing in Arizona alone.
Mm.
Just I mean, just